Hi, this is Susan from Practically Green, and this is step 2 of putting my garden together. So today Green City Growers is back and they are building the containers, and we're going to be putting in the dirt and putting in the drip system, and looking forward to the next phase, which is actually getting the plants in.
We just placed the bed down, so we're going to fill it with soil and just make sure that it's kind of aligned fully before we get it really heavy.
Okay. And the drip system goes in under the soil? It goes in
So
over the
it
soil?
goes in.
How does that work?
It goes in over the soil, and it's right here.
Okay.
Which is main tubing, and then it's a drip line that goes down. So along the back of the bed, we'll put the main line with the drip lines that rest over the surface of the soil.
Okay.
And then it will be put on a timer, which will water, depending on the season, either an hour in the morning, every other day, or a half hour. Also depending on the light you get, how much the bed kind of goes through water.
Okay.
But then we're also later in the season going to transition into using moisture sensors, which is a more accurate way of watering a bed, which means the bed will actually only be watered when it needs the water.
That's great.
Yeah, so we're not there yet. We're in prototype phase with that. But it's on the way, and we're really excited about that. That's a new piece of technology for us.
Do you have a sense of the list that we provided? Is everything going to fit? Are we going
I think the nice thing about a 4-foot by 8-foot bed is that you do have a lot of space here.
Okay.
As much as it looks kind of like a small garden, if for a traditional,
but it shows up, it's like, wait, this is teeny.
Sure, for a traditional garden, but with the methods that we use, we do a lot of intensive growing and a lot of growing for people who live in the city and who have small space. And so we're going to put a grid on it that will mark off square foot, which is an intensive growing method, which allows you to keep track of how many plants you can fit per square foot.
Okay, ready? So take half, let's go. Shake, 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 shake. You know what that is, Bub? That's what this is.
Dirt.
It's actually called compost.
We have a composter.
We do have a composter.
This stuff is incredible, actually. It's like brown gold, honestly. It's from Intervale Compost Company in Vermont, and it's just such one thing you can't do with a home composter.
Look at this, Susan. This is the volcano stuff. This is just dirt.
It's peat moss.
This is called peat moss.
And it balances the acidity in the soil.
And see, look how much darker that one is. See how much dark that is?
I put 3 composters, like 3 in the topsoil.
Mom, you better take a bath.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
This is
take a
like
bath.
popcorn.
It is like popcorn, isn't it?
The ingredients in the compost are leaves, garden trimmings, horse, cow, chicken manure, wood chips, sawdust, Ben & Jerry's ice
You hear that?
cream.
There's chicken poop in there.
Yeah. Green coffee, Mountain Roasters coffee,
wow.
cheese whey, cider, soap, baby food, and food scraps from home schools and restaurants. It's really cool.
This thing is really wet.
Yeah, I know. It mixes in with the dry stuff though, and then it's not.
Oh my god, look at my hand.
Whoa. Yeah, wow. Go show Lauren your hands.
Let me see.
I wish I was still excited that my hands got dirty. The soil mix, the benefit of using the peat, the vermiculite, and the compost is that it's a really high quality organic soil mix that's really good for growing, especially vegetables, because of the amount of organic matter. The peat is great because it balances the compost, since compost is really neutral. And the vermiculite is good because it creates aeration and it lets for drainage. So that's why we use it. We've had a lot of success with it. We sent it in to get tested from UMass Amherst soil testing, and it came back really high in nutrient content even after a few winters. So we're happy with it. We are trying to transition out of using peat because it's not sustainably harvested. But other than that, we're pretty happy with it. Tacking in the irrigation line so that it stays in place. What this is drip irrigation. We're going to put these lines, which are drip lines, down into the bed like that. And it's going to water close to the soil, which is great because you use a ton less water than if you hand water. We try to follow, the technique of putting the grid on is a square foot gardening method technique. And that was written by Mel Bartholomew, and it's one of those Bibles for intensive growing. We don't follow exactly what he does, but with the grid, we really like the grid. It's just easy to know where you plant things and where to replace them, and sometimes you can know that you can fit a tomato in 2 square feet. You can fit 16 carrots in a square foot. You can fit 9 radishes, and so just knowing that, you can also plant peas and in the back of a square foot and tomatoes in the front, because the peas will be harvesting and the tomatoes go in when they're small. So it's ways to keep track also of following succession planting and making sure that there's always a constant harvest, which is the hope.